Welcome to another episode of Mizo Tech TV. Today we are going to talk about how to catch a Craigslist scammer. That's right, folks. Today in this world, scams are everywhere. A lot of people are on Craigslist for a number of reasons, whether it's for service, for looking at apartments, for buying automobile parts, video games, video equipment, toys, anything. Craigslist has it all. In fact, most of the stuff in my house is from Craigslist. I'm kind of embarrassed to admit that, but I love Craigslist. I go on Craigslist to shop for a lot of things. So today I want to show you how to safely shop on Craigslist without the hassle or worry or concern. Let's do it. Okay, folks, I have two examples here. One is an Apple Watch on my left, and another one is an Xbox One. Let's start off by working our way up, down to the bottom of the posting. And I'm going to start off with this Apple Watch listing here, okay? So let me look and just zoom in here. So we see that we have a guy, he's holding his Apple Watch, and he's trying to sell it for $100. So he says he has a gold 42 millimeter Apple Watch in an original box. It comes with 3 bands, red, white, and navy blue, okay? The screen has been tampered with glass covering since purchase in perfect condition. Okay, first of all, let's look at the title up here. The title says this is a 42 millimeter gold Apple Watch for $100. Apple Watches that are gold are $10,000, okay? So Apple would never sell a watch for $100, and a person that bought an Apple Watch that is gold would never sell that gold Apple Watch for $100. So this is wrong. This would throw me off completely, okay? So the second thing is, let's look at the photo. The guy's holding a watch. In fact, this might be even a gold-plated Apple Watch. But even in that case, a gold-plated Apple Watch is way more than $100 brand new. So the second thing we want to look at is the photo. There's only one photo describing this or displaying this watch, and this person is holding it. We want to, when we're purchasing something on Craigslist, folks, we want to make sure that there's at least 3 photos that we can go off of. Depending on the item, you want to make sure that you get every detail so you don't waste your time when you go meet these people. And then you look at the product and it's all messed up. Because you can now there's 2 types of scammers. There's your local scammer, and then there's the scammers that are overseas trying to get money from you. So the local scammer sometimes doesn't really mean to scam you. Well, I can't even say that either, because they leave stuff out of the details. So when you come and see it, then you see what you missed in the details, which is wrong. That's a scam to me, right? So you want to make sure there's multiple pictures so you can see lots of detail in whatever product or equipment or tool or material that you're buying, okay? Now let's go down and look at the description on this. It says I have a gold watch. It's in perfect condition. He said the watch is in the original box. He says it right here. He clearly says it here. Actually, he's holding the watch, so it's not in the box. So he's holding the watch. So he didn't exactly, he wasn't really clear about that. And the next part of this description here is he has an email that has retaliation with some characters, alice@gmail.com. This email, I mean, how am I supposed to get in touch with this guy? He doesn't leave a phone number. Usually up top, there's a reply button with an email or phone number or both that you can contact this person on. Let's shimmy on over to the other listing here. So we have an Xbox One console here. Now, you see the similarities from top to bottom. You're going to see the similarities from top to bottom on both listings. So let's start at the top here. At the top, they're displaying what they're selling. Now, some people used funny characters, but most people don't use these up and down characters here. If I knew the name of this character, I would tell you. I forgot. I totally forgot. But they put these characters in here. And then he also says that he's from Pittsburgh. Our other one over here didn't give us a location of where he was from or she was from. That looks like a male hand. So they're giving us some sort of description on exactly where they're from. They're saying that they're from Pittsburgh. So, but that doesn't give me anything. That doesn't, there's East Pittsburgh, there's North Pittsburgh, there's Penn Hills, there's different sections, there's Squirrel Hill, there's Shady Side, there's Oakland. I mean, they have to be more specific because you want to know where are you picking up this product. Is it in a dangerous area? Do you have to meet this person somewhere? Which I always recommend. I would recommend meeting someone in a location where you can physically see them and there's a bunch of people around. I repeat, you want to make sure when you meet somebody on Craigslist that there's a bunch of people around to just watch this transaction. But not exactly watch it, but they're just around just for your safety. Okay, back to the ad. So we covered the title, which he's selling an Xbox One 500 gig with 3 games and a controller for $110. Now, I kind of went away from the video game scene a long time ago, but I do know this, is that the Xbox One would go a lot more than $110. So anything that's too good to be true, you could just pass that up or even click this prohibited button here. So when you do search for an Xbox One or you're looking for some sort of video game system, you can tell Craigslist not to display this specific product because we know it's damn near close to a scam. So now let's look at this description. You can see that both ads do not have a proper detailed description about the games. There's no picture of the games here. There's just a controller, a power cord in the console. There's no front picture of the console. It's just an upward picture of the console. Now, sometimes people take these photos from different locations such as eBay or even different postings from different Craigslist postings. I know one time I was selling my iMac, my 27-inch iMac, and someone stole my picture and used it as their picture to sell their item. So the guy is saying it's in excellent condition. It comes with 3 games. We don't see these 3 games that they have listed. Now let's look at the email that they have displayed here. Now the email is pretty much, I can't even decipher this email here. Any normal person would not get what they're trying to say here. I mean, do I put in the asterisks? Do I put in the brackets for the email? Am I putting in this here? So you want to look that there's a proper email for you to get back at this person. I would prefer a phone number, but an email is just as good. So as you can see that there is similarities to these listings. And I want to show you one more listing here. Let me show you one more listing. And it's a PS4. And the reason why I'm using video game systems, because I see these frequently. Video game systems, the scammers seem to get on here and sell video game consoles, will act like they're selling video game consoles to get money. Now, you might ask yourself, well, how am I, if they're not local, then what is their other way? What other way is it for me to get this product, Well, you don't get the product, and then when you send the money, it's usually being sent via wire bank transfer or Western Union or MoneyGram. So you want to watch out. You want to watch out for that. So let's just look at our third example here. Our third example is a PlayStation 4, and at the top he says, "Hello, I'm selling my limited edition PlayStation 4. It comes with games." Okay? He said it comes with games. And it's $120. He has 2 pictures there. So he has two pictures listed here that he's displaying. Now I can't click this because this is just a picture here. So he gave us two pictures, but he said with games. Games is plural. He added an S to that. So where are the other games? I'm just seeing Destiny here. So he's just showing that, and right here I'm seeing a controller, but maybe this might be the games. I'm not sure. But he's only listing that, and also the email is, again, it looks funky. So again, you know, and then when you contact these people, so the email might be this here. Say if I was interested and I wanted to just go along with this and I would email this person, this email is probably memi8904 at gmail.com, right? So they're probably masking their email for some spamming reasons. And we'll get into that in another episode. But and let's just say we're interested in this product. You email them, then they email you back, and they give you this long story on how you need to send them money first, and then they'll send you the product. And we don't even want to go forward on going back and forth with that because, for one, we don't want to get scammed, and for two, we don't want to play along with them when we know it's a scam because we don't know how dangerous these people are. These three items here, they're very similar. Now, remind you, these were in different sections. I mean, this was in a video game section. The watch was in the electronic section. So these may be the same person. Who knows? But these would put a flag out for me as being some sort of scam. So watch out. Make sure when you're looking at ads, make sure there's a couple photos provided that's detailed. You'll know when a person really cared for something and they really know about what they're selling because they give you a nice description on what they're selling. And it also depends on what you're buying, right? So if it's something really expensive, such as a car, and please, just an FYI, they do scam in the car section too. So you'll see a lot of these ads in the car section where a price for a car is just too hard to believe. So don't fall for these scams, people. If you see something that you like and it's at a cheap price on Craigslist, go on eBay or look somewhere else to see something, some sort of comparable used price so you can figure out if this is real or not real. If you guys liked the video, please subscribe. And if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Peace.